welcome back to Virtual Ventures. Okay, we're filming this at the end of the year, so it's holiday gift giving time, and we are going to make a gift that you can give to a loved one. Now, if you don't happen to have a really cool piece of origami paper in your home, I don't know how many of you do, then you just take an ordinary piece of printer paper and turn it into a square, which you can do by simply making a triangle. Sorry about the Band-Aid. I was real life. Okay, so you have a triangle with a little bit of extra paper on the side. So you take a scissors, which is how I got this. Okay, no, just kidding. All right, and cut off the extra piece of paper. So now it looks like a mountain. You open it up and it's a square. But today we are going to use this fancy piece of origami because I think it's going to be easier for you to see the folds. All right, so what I want you to do is just fold it in half and just put your nail down the side so it looks sort of like a big giant book. All right, and then fold it one more time in so it looks like a small book. All right, now we are going to put a story together for this gift that you're going to make for your mom or dad or whoever you want to give this fabulous gift to, because we find that if you have a story to go with it, it's easier to remember the different folds. So as you can see now, you have 4 squares in this piece of paper. And with this beautiful 4 squared piece of paper, we are going to take you back in time, way back when there was a queen of a kingdom, and the kingdom was not doing well. There was a terrible pandemic, and everyone had to stay inside. They had to wear masks. Can you even imagine such a thing? Okay, yeah. All right, so people in her kingdom were getting tired. They were getting discouraged, and quite honestly, they were getting cranky. All right, so the queen was pacing and going, all right, what can I do to cheer my people up? Everyone is so cranky. Unbeknownst to the queen, her twins, Moira and Finley, were outside in the corridor, and they heard the queen talking about this. And they looked at each other and said, oh, if only there was a way we could help Mom. And they knew they couldn't leave the kingdom, they couldn't leave the castle, but they decided they would see if they could find something that would help cheer up the people. So they went into the first corridor of the castle, and they went deep inside. So we just fold that first corner down to the middle line. They went deep inside, and they came across a beautiful woman, and she was trying to spin hay into gold, and they went, that's not going to work. So they left. They left that corridor. They went to the next corridor, and they went deep in there, and closer, things started to smell really good. And it turned out they'd gone into the kitchen. And while they were in the kitchen, they heard, oh, what happened to the gingerbread man? Everyone was running around. They had taken out a tray of cookies, and the cookies weren't there. The gingerbread man had disappeared. So it was pretty chaotic. They left that corridor too. They went to the third corridor, and they went inside, and they immediately found a pile of mattresses piled high. So they're poking around, and Moira says to Finley, I think there's like vegetable soup in here because look, there's a pea in there. They said, let's get out of here. So they did. They went to the last corridor, and it was really dark. And they went inside, and they went all the way in, and they realized they were in the library. And they heard this squeak, and along came the librarian, pushing her cart, the little old librarian pushing her cart, and she goes, hello, ladies, may I help you? Because that's what librarians always say. And they said, well, as a matter of fact, we are just trying to find something to help our mom. She's worried because everyone in the kingdom is kind of getting real tired of this, wearing the masks and being locked in the house, getting tired, and frankly, I heard my mom say they're getting cranky. And the librarian said, well, actually, I may have something to help you. And she went to a door they had not seen. And we're going to fold this little corner to the next line there like this, if you can see. And she went inside that door, and they heard a little as it closed. And then there were doors, more doors. Again, the girls could not see them, and they heard the squeak of and another one and another one. Probably been oiled a little. Okay, so you see there were 4 doors that the girls had not seen. They just looked at each other. The librarian had disappeared. They had heard all this creaking. What was going to happen next when suddenly they heard a door slam? And again, a second door slam. And again, a third door slam. They looked at each other and they thought, wait, we heard 4 doors, but we didn't hear the 4th slam. And they didn't, because the librarian came in that door and closed it very quietly behind her. And she said, she showed them what she had in her hand, and she said to them, some people, and as she spoke, she folded the corners back of each end, and she said, some people, when they seek this, they seek a scroll and that they can put up in their home. Some people, and she went to the next corner, seek this as a jewel with the message on the back of a great gem. Some people, and most people, she said, think of this to be found etched in a ring that you can wear on your finger. But I, she said to the girls, am giving it to you as this awesome refrigerator magnet. And the girls looked at this and they went, and that's going to cheer our mother up. How? And the librarian said, wait. And she took her librarian pen and wrote 4 words. And the words were, this too shall pass. And she handed that to the girls, and the girls thanked her so much. And they ran back down all 4 corridors, and they got back to where their mom was still, oddly enough, pacing. Going, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And the girls go, Mom, we have a gift for you. And they gave her this refrigerator magnet. And if you don't have magnets around the house, you certainly have Scotch tape. And Mom looked at the 4 words and read them aloud. This too shall pass. And Mom's face broke out into a beautiful smile. And she hugged the girls and she thanked them. And she put that up for everyone in the kingdom to see. And you can make that beautiful refrigerator magnet in any size, decorate it any way you want to, add stickers. If you don't have a magnet, you've got tape. And remember, yeah, this too shall pass. So have a happy holiday, and we'll see you next time.